Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode on your favorite podcast, Own Your Health. And I'm your host, as usual, Opoluwa Aremu Kulaja. And on this session, I'll be talking. I'm still on, the series of weight loss. And today I've invited someone special, an expert, to come and share her wealth of knowledge on plant-based lifestyle, how this can impact our weight loss journey. So I want to say welcome to Alaide. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm excited to have you on, and I'm excited to have, you share with us, the tips and how people can, impact their weight loss journey with this, with your tips. Well, we're based on whole plant-based food. So let's start off now. Can you first share with us your journey, how you got into this whole plant-based lifestyle? How did it start? Because I'm sure you weren't always like this.
Yes, I wasn't always like this. Actually, my journey started 4 years ago. Even though it was a sad thing that led me to this, but it's for the good of mankind as well as my good. So 4 years ago, I lost my brother to a heart attack. And my brother was on high blood pressure tablets, but he still died of a heart attack because he was overweight, So after we did the funeral and everything else, so I come from a family of 3 boys. I'm the only girl. So one of the my other brother said to me that he lives in the States, and he said, that he was watching a documentary, and apparently there's a way you can actually prevent and reverse high blood pressure. Bearing in mind that I had been on high blood pressure tablets as well for 13 years at that point, and he said, if our brother can still die of a heart attack, even though he was on high blood pressure tablets, I think you should look into this and see how you can help yourself. So that was how I started, I started my research. I started watching so many documentaries because he sent me quite a few things. I watched the documentaries. I saw how people's lives were changed, when they changed into whole food plant-based, even people that had very serious diseases had their diseases reversed. And also, I thought this is something I really want to do. And then I went online. I did a few online courses just to educate myself because, a whole food plant-based is a lifestyle. It's not just a diet. So for me to be able to know what I'm getting into, I had to get the knowledge I needed and be ready to just plunge into it if that was what I was going to do after researching. So that was exactly what I did. I researched everything and I thought, I'm going to do this. And what for me, my why was already strong enough because I had already lost my brother, and that just opened my eyes to the fact that, taking tablets does not mean anything. Don't get me wrong, medical science is very good. It helps us, but at the same time, there's something that we have to do, even if we're taking medication. So that was how I started. 4 years ago, I stopped eating animal products altogether. I actually started cold turkey because I thought, I'm just going to go for this thing. I'm not going to start gradually, which is different from each person. So you have to know your own journey to know what you want to do. So I ditched all animal products 4 years ago. And I'm telling you, after I started, everything in life, if you want to do anything major like that, you need to inform your doctor, especially if you're on medication, which I did. My doctor didn't have a clue what I was talking about. She didn't know what whole food plant-based was, but I told her. And she said, no problem. So I started my journey. 6 months after my journey, my tablets was reduced. So I was on 2 tablets and it was reduced to 1. By the time I was hitting, I think, between 9 and 12 months, she removed the tablets altogether, And since then, I haven't been on any high blood pressure tablets. And also, I take my blood pressure regularly because the fact that you're not on tablets and I'm on whole food plant-based lifestyle and exercising still means I still have to, measure my blood pressure to make sure it's in the right range. So that was how my journey started, really.
Wow, what an amazing, I know I've heard it before, but every time I hear it, it's just amazes me. It's an amazing story. And I want to say, I'm sorry about the loss of your brother. And like you
you.
said, it was a wake up call. I mean, many people have that kind of thing happen to them, and they do absolutely nothing about it, and just say, well, that's just life. But you saw it as a wake up call. You saw it as a time to take action. You saw it as time to learn about it, and you took the step, and you got the knowledge, and you stepped out. So I want to congratulate you on really taking that step, because many get this knowledge. We share knowledge and everything, but people still don't take the steps. So because anything we want to achieve in life, whether it's with our health or in our careers or anything, the buck stops with us. It's about us making choices. And I'm so glad that you made that choice, to change your lifestyle and to research about it. Okay, so, and people can learn from it, and I'm just so happy that your life has changed, because you're not only change your diet, you also change your lifestyle.
Yes.
So well done with that. It takes a lot of effort, and it doesn't happen overnight. So
absolutely,
I'm sure this testimony will help other people take steps and take their health seriously. And as a pharmacist, I can resonate with what you're saying, because lots of people are on drugs. I've been giving out drugs for years now. I've been a pharmacist for over 40 years, so I'm not doing pharmacy now. And I've given out so many drugs to people, and their lives still haven't changed because we keep giving out the drugs, and lifestyles are not changing. So people's health is not changing, people's health are not changing. So that means food plays a key role for health. Nutrition is important. Nutritional therapy is key. So your story just sort of aligns with that school of thought. So I want to ask you another question. Next question: can you explain what whole plant-based foods are? That's one. And why are they beneficial for weight loss?
Okay, so whole food plant-based lifestyle is all centered on you're fueling your body with whole foods, unrefined and minimally processed foods. That's what it is all about. When I say whole foods, what do I mean? I'm talking about whole grains, I'm talking about legumes, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds. Those are the foods that you have to eat, and exclude anything animal products. I mean, when we talk about animal products, we're talking about meat, dairy products, eggs, processed foods, everything like that is excluded, when you want to adopt a whole food plant-based lifestyle. And seriously, if you're serious about your weight loss, this lifestyle has the ability to provide you with nutritious and satisfying, sustainable approach for you to lose weight. And it's something you're able to maintain. It's not like a fat diet that you do a diet and then you stop doing it. So going whole food plant-based, definitely, you have, people just think you're eating salad. No, it's a lot more than that. There's a lot of food that you can eat. In fact, there's so much food. It's just like opening your eyes to new ways of eating and new foods that you can eat. Okay. So I thought you asked me another question. There were two questions. I can't remember the second one. Sorry.
Well, it will still come up. Don't worry. So, what you've shared so far has been very, very interesting. And I want to ask you: do you have some specific examples of whole plant-based foods that are particularly effective for weight loss?
Yes. What I would say, like I mentioned the first time, that you have to eat whole foods, because when you go into the supermarket these days, there's so many plant-based foods there in the supermarket, and eating those foods will not actually help you with your weight loss. So you have to concentrate on whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds. For example, when I talk about whole grains, what am I talking about? I'm talking like foods like brown rice. We're talking about bulgur. We're talking about oats, wheat, millets, buckwheat. Those kind of whole grains are what you should include in your diet. When I talk about vegetables, what do I mean? I'm talking about leafy grains like your kale, your spinach. I'm talking about cruciferous vegetables like your broccoli, your cauliflower, Brussels sprouts. Also, we have root vegetables like potatoes, carrots, sweet potatoes. Other vegetables also like your peppers, your tomatoes, your zucchini. the sort of foods you need to incorporate into your diet if you're serious about weight loss. I also mentioned about legumes. When you talk about legumes, we're talking about beans, kidney beans, chickpeas. We're talking about lentils, also nuts and seeds, or any kind of nuts and seeds like your almonds, your pistachios, your pecans, sunflower seeds, and all those kind of seeds are the ones you can include if you're trying to lose weight. Also, it's important for you to know that whole food plant-based diet is quite diverse and flexible. So you're able to include and exclude foods according to your personal preference. So it's not like a one size fits all, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Your key focus is whole foods, minimally processed plant foods, which will ensure that you're having like a balanced intake of your nutrients that will support your overall health and your well-being.
Wait, that's quite self-explanatory. So it also depends on you as a person,
yes,
your own preferences, and it's not that you are limited to particular things. There is a wide range of things that you can have, because people tend to think that when you're on whole-based plant diet, that you have to whole foods plant diet, that you're restricted, you have to do this. No, there's a wide variety. So my next question comes to the fact that can you share, some tips for someone looking to transition to a more plant-based diet for weight loss? And I'll just say before you answer, I'm also into health eating and all that. I take lots of juices and all that, and I've also inculcated in my life now at least 1 week where I do not eat animal protein.
That's good.
I'm just vegan. So that is one way in which I have sort of, started the journey of sort of transitioning and saying, okay, if I want to do this fully, because I eat healthy, but I still eat some animal-based foods. So what tips can you give to someone who wants to transition to a more plant-based diet for weight loss?
The first tip I'll give is what you're doing, which is starting slowly. You've been on a certain diet for so many years and now trying to change your lifestyle, so you can't just do the switch overnight. So you have to gradually introduce your new lifestyle, which is what you're doing by deciding, okay, 1 day a week I'm not going to eat any animal products. I think starting slowly is very important. When you do that, then you're able to maintain it, because this thing is all about you maintaining and sustaining the lifestyle, So starting slowly is definitely a top one for me, like you're doing. Also, another one is for you to focus, like I mentioned earlier, on whole foods. Make sure you're eating minimally processed plant foods. Also, you should try and experiment with new recipes. Don't choose about 2-3 recipes that you like, that are easy to make. So when you have recipes that have long ingredients, they tend to make you, just give up and think, I can't make this. Just look for like 2-3 simple things that you can make over and over again, that is easy for you to make your meals, and that will be easy for you when you're transitioning. Also, one major thing with this lifestyle is planning. You need to plan your meals. Because if you don't plan your meals, what will happen is when you're hungry, you will just eat whatever is available. And by doing that, that means you're spoiling, even if the hard work you put in the past, you're spoiling everything by just... So, like when hunger strikes, anything you see, you just eat. But if